All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Tennessee Titans. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
To throw is Howard. Throwing to start the drive. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. You talk about this Titan defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So on fourth down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
46-yard line.
Ready. Let's go. Prep 19 light.
Here's Ward. Gets this one to Hill. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
10 yards on the pickup.
This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Throwing now, Ward. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Ready! Ready, ready.
Now a handoff to Bigsby. Oh, it bowls over it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Play fake, here's Ward. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And here, you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
On the
2nd and 10.
Ready! Hawk 70, Hawk! Ready!
That's complete to DK. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions. Go.
Now Ward. That's into the hands of Ironman. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
70 Timberwolves.
To the air again, Ward. Toward the pylon, caught. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Alec Iomanner with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0, Tennessee.
The score, Titans 7, Vikings 0.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offensive move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Mims. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. You talk about this Titan defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
This is a unit that understands what needs to be done to stop the run. And they're a team that goes out and executes as well. Yeah, it's the mantra, stop it, but then going out and getting it done. Two different things. They combine them.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Vikes. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 9. Looking to throw. Howard. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get about 6 here before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hayes. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap.
Touchdown! Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
19, come, Mustang 19. Go.
To throw is Ward. To the right side and caught by Ironman. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
At the Vikings' 49-yard line.
Here we go, start. Gotta be lying.
7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with second down and less than a yard.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolf. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. It's caught left side by Ironman. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's good.
He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go now. Viking 18.
They'll run it with Hill. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Second and 2.
The Titans had 5 and 6 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn them yet another first down.
And the Titans,
Ready, set.
first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Nice. Ready.
From the gun, Bigsby to about the 26 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll come up at a 4-receiver look. 2 left, 2 right, second and 6.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Ward. Quick hitch, complete. It's Davidson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Viking 16.
First and 10 at the
Give them 11 yards
line.
that time and a new set of downs.
Okay, ready.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Come on, come on. Set. Cougar 19. Cowboy 80. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Throwing is Ward. It's Hill, complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Get it. Bronco 80. Let go.
On play action, Ward. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at third and goal. So they held him out on second down, and now here's third and goal.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
To throw, here's Ward. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Chimway Dike there to make the grab. And the Titans have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Vikings 7.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice.
And I think the ball's out. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Up the middle they go. It's Hayes. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
I mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Howard now from the gun on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ty Felton, 37 yards. And the Vikings take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ready?
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Cougar 19.
Back to throw. Moore. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Ready, ready.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Come on. Set. Cougar 60 Vikes.
Here's a give to Bigsby. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Here we go. Here we go. Hawk 70. Hawk.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Titans. Manor with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Titans are going to take the lead. CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Titans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that. But I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready? Viking 18. Ready?
From his own end zone, it's Ward. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now 2nd and 3.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Ward now working out of the gun. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's Ward, operating from the gun. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
19 Tigers. Tiger, 19, Tiger. Hurt, hurt.
From the gun on third down, Ward. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Hill shedding the tackle. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case. Not
at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
Ready.
A run here with Bigsby. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
On first and 10, it's Bigsby. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now he'll tuck this and run. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
18, Pioneer.
Ward from the gun on third down. And that's caught inside the 30. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball in his hands.
Yeah, some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync. And the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here we go. 60 Vikes.
Play action now, Ward. He finds his man complete. It's Davidson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Ready?
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Get it.
Here's Ward. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Ready?
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Red. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready, ready?
Throwing now, Ward. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Bates' kick is good. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Second 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. Looking to throw. Howard. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They go play action here on first down. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Back to throw. Howard. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
It's second down.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Off the bootleg. Howard. Now a run here. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Call it a loss of 5. A big save to bring up third down.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be third and a mile. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on her. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
They go play action with Ward. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Ready, set.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Play action. It's Ward. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. The defenders stay home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
Now Ward. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. 58 yards. And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Vikings 14.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And down he'll go at the 25. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Now Howard from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. If they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Jefferson moving in motion left. They'll keep it on the ground. Hayes. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Bucs rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
36-yard line.
They'll run it with Bills. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's Felton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Howard. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Ben Sinnott. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Tracking 60.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Vikings 22. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here now, a 3rd down and 8.
4th down. 70 Timberwolves.
To throw is Ward. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead?
or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Tennessee, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.